Hello everybody, Nana does. How's everybody today? A lot of leaves down, so don't mind the crunching that you're going to hear in the background, because you're going to hear it. If you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe. Give us a couple thumbs up there, and like it, love it, share it. That's what I got to say. I'm losing subscribers again, so maybe you've been unsubscribed. And today we're going to talk about the mango moose knuckles. Not so great week. It's not over yet. So let's go to Tuesday to the debate, shall we? He comes on, puts his big face on there. He's on his airplane talking about the big debate with J.D. Vance and Tim Walz. And he said, oh, he's going to be, I don't know, live timing it or whatever, live recording, I don't know, whatever the hell. But anyway, he's going to be doing that, so be sure to watch him. Be sure to watch him. Yeah. But I think after the debate was over, like, he was texting in between and stuff like that on his True Social stuff, saying, oh, JD's killing it, JD's killing it, and then insulting the narrators and all the rest of the stuff. Saying Tim Walz is not very bright, low IQ person and all the rest of the stuff. Making fun of the moderators, saying they weren't supposed to be fact-checking. That wasn't allowed. They agreed to all that before. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can outright friggin' lie and tell blatant lies where people are getting hurt. Just saying. So, JD actually said a couple times, you know, Tim, I agree with that. I agree with that. Hey, Tim, yeah, I agree with that. And they were agreeing back and forth. I don't think Trump liked that very much. And then came the fellowship at the end, I thought was pretty good. Mind you, that zinger that Tim Walz laid in there, that was awesome. Basically, did he lose the election? Well, I prefer to look to the future. But at the end of it, cameras were still rolling, and the two wives got up there, got a big smoochie from their hubbies. And Tim Walz introduced his wife Gwen, and Vance introduced his wife Usha, and they all shook hands and they had a little chat, and it was quite the little fellowship there, you know, like civil. Although one told the truth and one lied his ass off. Just saying. So there was that. So I wonder how Trump felt about that. And then yesterday come Jack Smith's big, oh Lord, the new indictment, all gussied up, because he said that he was immune. So he had to go ahead and get that all out of the way. So old Jack, he wrote all that stuff up there. It's been a couple weeks since that's been out, but Chutkin finally went through it. It's supposed to be like 140 pages. He got special permission to do that. Ended up with 165 pages. So federal case and all. I don't know if it's law, correct me if I'm wrong, but Judge Chutkin, I think she had to release it because of the circumstances, who's involved, and all the rest of the stuff. And the stuff that came out of that people didn't even know, I was gobsmacked, to tell you the truth. I was like, whoo, Lord, that's craziness. When you've got the President of the United States who's sitting just off the Oval Office while that bullshit on January 6th was going on, the friggin' insurrection trying to take over the government, while that stuff's going on, somebody came in and told Trump that they're looking for Mike Pence. They're going to hang Mike Pence. And he just looked at him and went, so what? So what? That's what he feels about anybody. That's what a dictator does. You don't go along with him, you're a so what. So J.D. Vance, any training you had in the Marine Corps there, you better learn to duck and cover, because you're going to be the next so what. That's my take on that. So yeah, you're going to be the next so what, J.D. Vance, because he don't give a shit about you either. But J.D. Vance isn't there for Trump anyway. He's there for himself, because he thinks after he's been in office for a couple months, you're not going to get in. But that's his thinking, I think. That he's going to 25th Amendment Donald J. Trump and take over as president. And then they'll have some other friggin' flunky in there with him as vice president. We'll see. that's what he's angling for. That's my thoughts on that. That's exactly what he's angling for, is to get what he wants for himself. And then, what was the other one? Oh, one of the other co-conspirators there, apparently there's like 77 of them. One of the other ones said, basically for Trump to get them all riled up, he said, make them riot. Do it. Make them riot. Well, got his wish. January 6th is a thing. It's a thing that's not going to go away. It's going to be embedded in people's minds for a long, long time. So there's that. Bunch of other stuff. I can't wait to read the rest of it. But yeah, him going around begging all these governors to go against their oath and just give him the election even though he knew he lost. Been planning that since August, telling everybody that it was rigged. Well, he did it in 2016 too with Hillary Clinton, that if he lost, it would be a rigged election. But he won, so all of a sudden it wasn't rigged anymore. So there's that. And then went ahead and I think Vivi went back in the house. I hope she did. Can't find her. Don't worry, she's fine. She doesn't leave the property. So there's that. What else can we do? Oh yeah. Yeah. He's going on about the erections. He said, the erection. Oh, I meant election. Really, I did. Saying that it was, that he didn't do the rigging. No, you didn't, Donald. There was no rigging, because everybody down balloted you on the same ballot in all them states. You were top of the ticket for president. Guess who they hated? You. I got more votes than any sitting president. Really? Joe Biden got 7 million more than you did. That's why he's now the sitting president, who has immunity against anything he does in office. So, duck and cover. Duck and cover. Watch what you say there, Donny boy. I shouldn't say that, because people are going to say, see, she knows that they're rigging the election and they're doing this and they're doing that and they're sicking the government on Trump. No, I'm not saying that at all. That's just my wish. Not everybody's wishes come true, however. So there's that. And then Melania, his dear, dear wife, my darling wife, Melania, she put in her book that no government, state or federal, should have any right to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her own body. That's her property, not theirs, and they should stay the hell out. Well, I've been saying that for you. Stay the hell out of Our Lady bits. It's none of your business. So, wonder what he's got to say about that. Have you seen the hostage videos that she's taken? She's like half in shadow there, and they're black and white. I think they look pretty stupid, if you ask me. But she's just like, talking like this. Too much Botox, can't move her mouth. But yeah, I just think they're weird. And I don't know. I just hope she doesn't sell friggin' books. She's going to have to give a lot away. But what kills me is CNN called her people, like their people called her people, to have her come on CNN and talk about her book. And her people told CNN for $250,000 she'll be right there. What a grifty bitch. Grifty bitch, that's what she is. When you're trying to promote your own shit, you don't go out there and charge people for you to promote your own shit. You just don't do that. She's got no... I was going to use an old expression, but they used to say you got no common dog fuck. That used to be an old expression. My dad used to say that all the time. But anyway, yeah, she's got no common sense when it comes to stuff like that. All she thinks about is cha-ching, cha-ching, the dollar signs, that's all. It's like, does she want to sell this book or doesn't she? Because, well, you know, Fox is going to have her on. Newsmax will have her on. But Trump will buy up all the books so she'll end up in the top 10 bestseller list, just like Donald Trump Jr. did. But they have the dagger beside his name because they weren't individual sales. They were bulk sales by corporations that tried to help him out. So, not really a number one bestseller. Same with Trump's books. He didn't write them anyway, so what's the difference? So there's her. There's Jack Smith. And then today, he is in Michigan doing a rally. And isn't he spouting the hate up there? Good Lord. He actually told that audience there, looked like a pretty good crowd, saying that, how would you like it if they released 30,000 criminals into your neighborhood and took over your jobs? How would you feel about that? So of course they all woo, boo. And that's not happening. We had the mayors in Ohio. We had the governor of Ohio saying that isn't happening. It's not. These people were invited because over 30,000 people left the town of Springfield and went other places, took their families. They needed a better population. They needed a bigger job force because jobs weren't getting done and factories were going to close if they didn't have workers. So they invited these Haitians in. They have protected status. They're there legally. They have paperwork. They have green cards so they can work. They pay taxes. They have small businesses and they are contributing to the town. And everything was fine until J.D. Vance started this crap and Trump started repeating it because Laura Loomer whispered that in his ear 2 minutes before he went on air. So the hate flows. Or how would you like it if a bunch of Venezuelan gangs came in and took over your real estate? They think they're real estate agents and they're taking over complexes in Aurora, Colorado. When I get to be president, I'm going to deport them all. I'm going to round them all up and get them out of here. So, yeah, still spreading the hate. And then the one that pissed me off the most was when he went ahead and said that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are doing absolutely nothing to help the people from Hurricane Helene. They're doing absolutely nothing, when that's not the truth at all. Because Joe Biden, days before the hurricane even made landfall, Joe Biden had all the stopgaps in place before it even hit. So when it did make landfall, they were ready to roll. So he can shove that right square up his big, round, dimply arse. And Joe Biden, in fact, was doing a helicopter tour in North Carolina. Kamala Harris was in Georgia. She even canceled a couple of her events to go down there because she's vice president. She has a job to do. And Biden was in Florida today. And every one of those governors in all those 6 states all said that Joe Biden did everything he could. They've got everything they need. The federal agencies are ready to help them with whatever they need next. But the thing is, FEMA's running out of money. Mayorkas was on the TV saying that there's another hurricane on the back and they don't know if they're going to have enough money to... Come on, Viv. Come with Mommy. Let's go. She's up on the porch. So don't know if they're going to have enough money to cover that one. So I think Congress better forget about taking another friggin' vacation and help the people. Because there's a bunch of Congress people there in those states that are going to feel the hurt. But they're trying to lose the election anyway, so this is a good way to do it. Just not vote on it and not come back to vote on it and make their people suffer. They're really good at doing that. Have you noticed? They're really good at doing that. So that's what's going on. Him spreading the hate, spreading the fear. Every dictator in history has made his bones by spreading hate and fear. Every single one of them. Trust me, I'm the only one that can fix this. Yeah, he said that, and guess what? He fixed nothing. Fixed absolutely nothing. He only built less than 2% of that wall that he was supposed to pay. And Mexico paid for none of it. Have you noticed? But he said they sent 28,000 soldiers. No, they didn't. They didn't. And him going on about Kamala the border czar. She's not a border czar. Get it through your head. Why didn't... And Vance. This is a Yale fucking lawyer. Yale. Supposed to be really smart, right? Saying that, well, what did she do in 3.5 years? She was vice president. She did the president's bidding. The same as you're going to do, JD. The president's bidding. You don't get to make policy. You don't get to do any of that. You get to do what you're told. If you got an initiative, maybe he'll sit down and listen to you. But guess what? You don't make policy. You just don't. You don't make the policies. Vice presidents don't. They get a job to do from the president, and they do that. And her job was to figure out the reason why migrants are flooding north. That was her job. So he can kiss it. Well, he's already kissing it. He's got a new set of knee pads, I would imagine, by now. The other ones are wore out. But anyway, 99 loves you. Be good, be safe. Please take care of you first so you can take care of somebody else. If you're new to the channel, give us a thumbs up. Like me, love me, share me. And there's the girl. There she is. I can't wait till I find my leaf blower in the garage and get rid of all of this stuff. Look at the mess. Oh, Mother Nature isn't blowing that wind hard enough to get rid of that. Just saying. Anyway, you take care of you first in Manhattan. Thinking about you and the missus. Take care.